Okay, so welcome back to episode 15 for this series. Now, we just did the marking the takers, and we're going to go and do interchange, and we're going to get the last of the manifest from Goshen. The objective is pretty straightforward. I just want to get in, get the Goshen manifest, maybe grab some loot, whatever I can fit in my backpack and container and that. Get the hell out. We have a little bit of BP ammo left, so we're going to use that. Now, first mag, pop up the other mag with PS ammo, and then we'll crack straight into it. So hopefully this cell goes pretty smooth, so get into it. All right, so we're deploying, which is a really good start. Always like a deploying screen. Now, like I said, we're just gonna go straight for Goshen, try and get what we're after, and then get out. We have the Emicon checkpoint, so the back extract. We do. It's gonna be a tricky one. If we're fast, we could actually get inside, loot the textor, get through to Goshen, loot the manifest, and get out the back. If we're slow, we're going to get smacked on the way in. So, give me a little bit of a faster run, hopefully. I'm going to really push to try and get inside quickly. Now, we do have one spawn just over there. You saw it like 2 raids ago. And then also, there's heaps down further. And there's the one over the bus in the middle. So, we need to be a little bit careful. Shots already down over there, so see how we get on. I really don't get caught out in this open bit. I find that most of my deaths on interchange, or I get really stuffed over trying to get into interchange. If I spend more than, say, a minimal amount of time getting in. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to push straight over to generic through the underneath. And you can go through the underneath part here. We've got the shots going on over there at the moment, which works in our favor. We're going to go straight underneath the middle. And then up. So this will bring us up pretty much in the middle of the map. We've got generic right in front of us on the right. Avocado on the back right here. And then the Kiva store. Now, killer spawns at the start of the map. A little bit worried about that grenade though. Could have been killer even. I don't think it was, but otherwise we just did the best shots ever to get him. We're going to chuck that backpack. We're going to take that one. We have insurance fraud. Right, so there's already people in Ollie. We're going to move around this way. You can go through here. You can check different spots here. And armor does spawn on that mannequin. You can get guns from inside the cabinet here. Gold chains and that can spawn over the back here too. On the seats and that. Gab to our left as you can hear him. Might be inside the next door over. Oh shit, grenade. Fuel conditioner could spawn around here. This isn't a slow raid. This, as you can see, I'm trying to move nice and quick. The Goshen manifest is inside here. Cheeky loot. Let's check everything we can find in here. I just throw a flash drive. I didn't. Ah. It's sticking out the front of the PC, so. Lots of shots going on. Manifest is right in front of me right now. From here, we're going to start heading out, so. Try and top up on loot best we can, but. There we go. I feel like they've changed the actual speed in which you dehydrate and require energy now. Now we are coming up to the Tushonka quest as well. So it's not the worst idea to just keep an eye out for Tushonka. The Kiba key spawns right here, but I've never found it there. Gold chains can spawn inside those tents. Listening out. You can hear those shots over there? Means people are still at the back of Ollie. Andrew there. Need one of these for the first upgrade on the stash space. I'm not too stressed out. Alright, so we're going to take it not really slow, but we're going to take it a little bit slower now. Keep an eye out. That's very close to the front of Goshen. Not, well, I am wearing sword, and so it makes stuff stand out a bit more. Really paranoid about someone running in that way. Trying to get that bit of a money top up. Even though we survived the last raid, a couple of survives in a row can really be beneficial. Now what we're going to do here is, instead of taking the high ground, we're actually going to go down. And use the basement. I don't go through the basement very often. But definitely has its advantages if you're trying to avoid all the threats. What I'm thinking about doing for my next episode, or at least one of the next 5, is going to be a day of factory. Like, it's going to be a raid, an episode where I just do a factory like 5 times or 10 times. I just really focus on tactics, talking about which way I'm moving and why I'm moving, noises. I just try and do a really focused episode on the PvP side of things. I might need to do a couple of money runs before that, just get us up to a solid amount of cash. I can at least go with a fairly standard loadout, and then we can work on getting some really good gear from that. And factory's not too bad for XP. If you down like 3 or 4 players and a few scavs, you can get like 5,000 to 6,000 XP. If you can avoid the players or survive till the players are all out and then farm the scavs, it's not unheard of to get like 15,000 XP. So something you want to pay attention to is up here. There's a spot you can climb up here. People can have the high ground on top of that, and they can be sniping. If you're trying to get 100-meter headshots, it's not a bad spot for it. You sit up there and you wait for people to like walk towards the extract. Or if you get there quick enough, they're still spawning in and walking towards you. There was so much shooting out here earlier. I'm trying to find out if someone was a bit slow coming out of here, or potentially if they died and couldn't loot all the gear and. Dead body top of the ramp. There's a cage at the back here somewhere. I can't remember the exact spot. There's one behind here. Oh. Cache. You guys confuse the hell out of me. I started calling them caches, and then some of you people are like, no, it's called caches. And it's like, fucking hell. If we do get out of this one. I'm going to talk about some of the stuff inside the inventory. I can claim, I think, maybe a quest item or two. So, and I'll cover also some of the items I might sell on the flea market as well to make a little bit more money because we're running a bit low at the moment. Alright, so we now got the 2 scavs. We will get level 19 after this quest though, which is sweet. There's not really much unlocked, I think, till about 22, 23 quest-wise. Actually, level 19 is Peacekeeper level 3. But you got to be on the Peacekeeper storyline. We're not touching that yet. We need a lot of US dollars to be able to start that quest line. So about 600,000 rubles are worth. All right. So early on, we're not going to need pretty much this. Even though the hideout, we need to go for the stash upgrade. You need to have the drill. We need 3.5 million rubles. We're not going to get that anytime soon. If you go to sell these on the flea market, they're pretty much the same price as. This is pretty much the same price as what they vendor for, about 45,000. I'm pretty sure that's about how much they vendor for. 45,000. So we'll just sell it there. These ones still actually go up. You can buy these and sell them for a profit. So you can look for those kind of deals. The people that probably are selling them like that are trying to get their money up there. CPU fans, caps. We know either caps or the other one. Wires. One of them sells for more than the other. They're about 9k if you go to the other one. And so they've dropped down to about the same price. Let's hand in this quest, get ourselves to level 19. Alright, unlock database part 2. For this one, we need the Ollie logistics key. We can buy one of them on the flea market now as well. The knuckle and the cord, we could sell both of these. I don't know if we've got some spare cords down here. If we do, we're going to sell. We're going to sell all these because we don't need them early on. 21,998. Cool. So things like trader rep's important to get up as well, because if you get your trader rep up, level 5, so trader rep 5, I think it is, you go to 4 trades, trader rep 10, you go to 5 trades, and I think it's like trader rep 30, you go to 7, and at 50 you go to 10. It's something like that. I might be out by a little bit. It's something around there though. What I'll do is I'll put a link down below to the trading wiki page, and that will actually have the exact numbers. The way it works though, it's not by how many items you put through the flea market, it's how much you actually sell through the flea market. So more expensive items are better to sell than cheaper items. We are going to need a lot of keys for this run through as well. So we want to make sure we're trying to make as much money as we can. If you use a key and you don't need it for another quest, which is going to be hard to tell until you actually play the game for a bit. But you can use keys, and once you use it, you can sell it, make the money back, and then go that way. We've got Ragman with these 2 quests. So with this quest, we want to take the cash, but we don't want to take this gazelle because we need the gazelle for a quest later on. And the tri-zip we can save until we want to do another money run for that. The Amelia is actually used for first Jaeger quest, but that's not not early on at all. I'm pretty sure the wrenches are actually selling for a little bit at the moment. Yep, this is 11k. So what I would do is when I'm trying to level up my traders, sorry, my flea market rep, is I'll just try and sell as many items as I can on the flea market, even if it's for minimal profit. So like for example, this Amelia Ray croutons, sorry, also 223 rubles, but you sell on the flea market, you get like 8,000 for it or something. So you know you can make money that way. We'll sell that one. We're going to buy an Ollie logistics key. Hopefully they're not too expensive. They will just keep dropping in prices. So maybe by the time you get up to the quest, it'll just be even cheaper. But they're down to 54k. If you bought these at the start of the wipe, they're like 400,000 rubles. So for the next Ragman quest, we will need that key. Hopefully when we do go back in there as well, we will get the rest of these scavs. There are 10. I've been playing, avoiding most of the combat whilst I've been in Interchange, but I think it's time we actually go in there and just try and knuckle down and kill everything we can. We've got a bit of stuff in the actual stash itself. I don't like TTs anymore. They used to be really cool and fun to use, but it's just lost their oomph now. When you got 5.7 scratches, the M9 pistols, it's just not as good as it used to be. When it comes to other items, you need the bulbs quite early on for the hideout. Illumination level 1. I think we've already got it. So the next one we need what? 7 more light bulbs to get the next upgrade. And that's needed for a fair few things. So we'll just slowly collect the next 7 light bulbs, and we'll upgrade it that way. We won't try and power through it too early. Caps are required for a fair few things in the hideout, and same with the wires, and you need them for a quest as well. So, selling them might be alright, but it doesn't hurt to hold on to some things. CPU fans, we're going to sell those ones. We don't need them for ages. We're going to wait for these offers to sell. I usually try and put everything up for the cheapest or close to. And that way it really does help out with how much money you're, how quickly you can put stuff through the flea market, whereas instead of getting bogged down for ages. Now, this is obviously a lot shorter episode, but hopefully you've actually gained some knowledge from it. I know it was pretty much just raw bones, get stuff done, but sometimes when you go into a raid, I do want to show it's nothing wrong with going into a raid, avoiding combat, getting your quest item, and getting out, as well as other raids where I'm like, try and get 4 quests done in the same raid. Like, I could have stayed in that raid and tried to kill all the scavs, but at the same time, we're not really sitting very healthy with the cash flow. So getting a quest done, getting, just even a few items out, it does add up for the money side of things. We just sold all that cash. And so then we can afford more loadouts. We also did throw a backpack in there, which means we get that back in insurance. And like I said, it all just does help out. So probably, I think for the next 5 episodes, I'll probably get a couple more Ragman quests done because they just give so much XP. I definitely want to start pushing hard into this, the Prapper storyline, which is going to be easier to show what I am. We need to get this task started. So we need to get loyalty level 2, which will unlock this quest. After this one, and this one's to go to room 203 in dorms. After this quest, we're going to the Punisher series. They're mostly on shoreline. It's like 2 shoreline, 1 woods and shoreline, 1 customs, and then the last 2 you can go wherever you want. which is all PvP based. After you get that, you get the Epsilon container. It's a 2x4 container. And yeah, like having that earlier on is really awesome. Problem is the Prepper quests don't really give much XP. Like as you can see here, you get 8,000 XP for that one, 7,000 for that one. And then you look at a Ragman quest and like that's 9,800, 11,700. And I can tell you probably about 2 more quests away, you're getting like 15 to 20,000 XP a quest. And then mostly just hand in a couple of armors, hand in some like statues and stuff. And you'll get really, really lots of XP very quickly. My tip, honestly, guys, is if you want to get leveled up, you want to level up really quickly, focus on getting Ragman, Mechanic, and Jaeger done. Their quests give shitloads more XP than the other guys. Even Peacekeeper doesn't really give that good XP either. Another quest I do want to make sure I get done very soon will be the introduction quest. We'll go into woods. We'll go get this get Jaeger unlocked, so then we can passively do some of the Jaeger quests on the side. There's like even just some Mosin quests where it's like kill scavs from 50 meters away with the Mosin unscope. Stuff like that gives really good XP, and you can do them like passively to doing other quests. And this is how I actually level up really quickly. I never claim that I'm like the best Tarkov player and all that, but I feel like with the amount of knowledge that I have from this game, I can mold in ways where I can like stack quests up. I'm really adaptive to what I'm going to be doing for how to level quickly and that. And generally, that's how I can level fast. There's no real tricks to it. It's all about knowledge and then putting all that knowledge together to being able to level up quickly. I'm always ensuring for this series particularly, I'm always in peak hour Tarkov times for the servers I play on. So then that way, you know, I'm like you've seen me get smacked at times. Whereas like sometimes when I play in the mornings, it's not very busy. I can literally just run around a whole map, not even worry about it. So I'm giving you guys the most hardcore experience I can. I am about 5 weeks away from heading over to Europe for 11 months. And when I'm in Europe, it's going to be peak hour 24/7 from what I've been told, which I'm super excited for. I will be streaming full time over there, so don't stress. There's still going to be plenty of content going out. But I'm really excited for that. If you're interested in more information on that, www.pestily.com. It's still only basic information up there about the Europe trip. We're going to be start updating that very soon. There also is going to be a second YouTube channel, which you can start subbing to down below if you want. It's going to be all vlogs and information on that. I'm really keen to play Tarkov in populated servers 24/7 as well as explore Europe at the same time. So guys, I'm going to finish this one up here, but thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for future content. If you've got any Tarkov questions, as always, feel free to hit me up in my live stream or down in the comments below. And lastly, I'll see you next time. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. Got to pump it up.